gosh, I can't forget to mention this. Really is comfortable. And the one thing that I love about it too, a bib. Are you kidding? Baby Brezza, like a baby Keurig. This specific product, I'm telling you right now, you ain't gonna need it. I don't know why I'm so aggressive about this one specific thing. You see how easy that was? Which is coming up next, so hold on tight. Welcome back. All right, y'all, I got my laptop here. I mean business, okay? We're getting down to business, and I'm giving you what I told you guys I would give. First year baby products. See, I really want to go detailed. I want to tell you and review every single product that we have spent hard-earned money on. I mean, down to the Q-tips, honey, but I won't. I'll try not to. Okay, but what I am gonna do is probably break this video up into two. See, I don't even know, because it's a Saturday, Connie's home, he has babies, so I might be able to squish everything into one, but we have yet to see. I can't do this with my hair. I need a rubber band or something. I had to put my hair up, giving you very much 90s schoolgirl vibe with like the side ponytail action. But yeah, we'll see. We'll just go by category. So I'm actually going to put timestamps in the description box for you to choose from if you want to jump throughout the video, or if maybe you're shopping and you want to take this as a guide. Go in the description and just click on the time, and then it'll take you to the category. So how I have it broken up, how I plan to break up the video is by category. I think I have a total of 6 categories, and then within those categories I have subcategories. So the 6 categories that I have are clothing, diapering, traveling, feeding, bathing, skincare, play, miscellaneous, and sleeping. I thought that would be the easiest, or easier, I guess, to kind of, you know, just like a roundup of all of the products by category. Check the description for the timestamps and skip throughout the video if you want. I hope you enjoy it, guys. It's about time. Let's get into the first year baby products. These are in no particular order. I was trying to make them by the most important to the least important, which I guess you could. Like, I could start off first with feeding, you know, obviously, because baby has to feed, but then you also have to have a car seat. So I kind of was just like, okay, you know what? We'll just go with how I listed it in my notes, and we'll just go do it that way. I was originally going to take you guys into the closet, but it's dark in there and I couldn't set up my ring light properly, so here we are. Right on my bed in my room. So the first category I have here is clothing, diapering. I figured I'd put diapering together with clothing because baby wears clothes, you know what I'm saying? So the diapers that we are using right now are Huggies, because they're from Costco and they're the cheapest. You know, you can buy them in bulk. She's in size 4-5 right now. She's going to be a year old next month, June 30th. Oh my Lord. She's in 4-5s. We have Huggies here. I really love Honest baby diapers. Honest all the way, but it is pretty pricey. I mean, I think the biggest amount of diapers that they have in a box is about 100, and that's not even 100. I think maybe 100, but then that's like, I think 50 or 60 bucks. So it is pricey. They do have like a subscription thing online, but because Costco is literally 5-10 minutes away from our house, we just pick up the bulk box of diapers from there. I always like the cute stuff and the most expensive stuff. Unfortunately, let me just apologize for that right now, okay? Because that will come up throughout the video, where, you know, I just prefer my baby in one-of-a-kind pieces of clothing. I know that's just not realistic for everybody. I like what I like. And, you know, even if it means she wears it over and over and over and over and over again. But sticking on to the topic, that's the type of diapers that we use. So the subcategory I have a few. Favorite brands and favorite types. I love H&M, Zara. Okay, these are a lot of online shops that you can shop at. There are in-person stores, of course, but a lot of the clothes that I've bought for her from H&M and Zara have been online, because they just don't have, you know, when online, they just don't have what they have online all the time in stores. Target is also another favorite brand of mine. Old Navy is also another favorite brand of mine. I mean, if we could get around to going to Goodwill and seeing what they have for baby, I'd probably shop there too. So, you know, I like a variety of brands. There are a ton of Instagram accounts that I love. I would consider them boutiques because these, God, man, I don't know. Like, if there's something that I really love, you know, I'll drop some coin for it, but you know, not all the time. I see some of these parents, man, they're like $45 for a sweater, $30 for a shirt. It's pricey. It's kind of stupid realistically again, but you know, you like what you like and you're going to buy what you're going to buy. More in the realistic, budget friendly category. H&M is a great place. I don't know why people think H&M is bougie and it's expensive. It's not. So I have a couple pieces here from H&M that are actually my faves. This was actually a set of tank tops. These are the 3 buttons at the bottom and they're tanks, and these are perfect. These are great for every day. I think this set came with 4 or 5, and they're neutral colored. Girl, neutral colors, okay? Come on, girl, you know me and neutrals. It's a thing. It's just my thing now, okay? Don't judge me. Yeah, they come in a set of 4 or 5 for like 20 bucks. Anywhere you look, you're gonna get a set of clothes like this for around the same price. Maybe cheaper. I think maybe at Target, it's a little bit cheaper, but hey girl, we shop at Target too, okay? In fact, this is one of them from Target. I love this. I have to take pictures of her in this and post it to my feed on IG, which I encourage you to follow me on. Kapua Kuheana, that's my username handle on IG, but I love this. The little sleeves here, the cute neckline. It does have buttons. I do not like the buttons on the back because it's a hassle. Kanye picked this one up from the store. I asked him to because I saw it online and it was available in store, and he ended up getting a 6 to 9 month, and she's already 10 months. So I don't know how long she's going to be able to fit in this, but I love this. Now, getting into one of the things that I do not appreciate on baby clothes are the clasps. It's the clasps at the bottom. So it's the buttons here at the bottom. See how much this one has? How many? What? 5. Okay, that's a lot, but I don't put her in these types of clothes all the time. I think she has one other piece of clothing that's like this, where you have to button all the way around. I don't prefer that every day. I wouldn't recommend that every day. Personal preference, not. 3 clasps is enough for me, It's even worse though when it goes around the leg. It goes up from the foot, around the crotch groin area, and then down to the other foot. I don't know how. I don't know how y'all do that. Too much, you know, especially when they get this age. Right now, she hates diaper changes. She just cannot. It's horrible. It's a nightmare. She just cannot sit still. And I live in Hawaii, guys. You know, it's tropical weather. I'm not gonna have my kid in something like that every day. We're at home majority of the time. It's just, you know, God, if I could have her in diapers all day, I would. The reason why I don't is because we're so fortunate and blessed enough to have central AC. That's a big deal for me, okay? When you don't grow up with something like a luxury like that, it's a big deal. So it does get a little bit chilly in the house, so I have to have her in something, you know, maybe even just something like this, like one of the tanks, because it does get cold. So that preference is based on where you live. You know, if you live somewhere like in Pennsylvania, of course you're gonna have to, you know, layer up, dress your baby accordingly for your specific climate. But here in Hawaii, it's tropical all day, it's hot, it's sunny majority of the year, throughout the year. You know, it only makes sense to leave your baby in diapers, but because we're inside and the AC, I am more comfortable having her in just something, you know, on her. Let me grab a couple pieces that I have for her hung up that I love. I mentioned Zara Kids. We don't shop at Zara all the time. Not even Nutrababe. I bought like one sweatshirt from them, which is like a distressed sweatshirt. Okay, let me just grab it. Hold on. Okay, I think I went a little overboard. Okay, this is the one. This is the sweatshirt from the Nutrababe. Are you kidding me? You see the detail on that? It's distressed. Do you call this distressed? I don't know. Frayed, flared. I love the color too. It's like this lilac. I got it in the size 18 months, and that was the problem that I found with H&M. I don't know what it is, why I think like this, why I shop like this, but I say, oh, if I order up, then she can wear it longer. But with H&M, it's too baggy, it's too big. We've put it through the dryer how many times, and you know, it works, you know, she can fit in it, but it's really baggy. Like the tank tops, like this one, for example. I thought I would like these straps, like the shoulder straps here. If baby cannot fit in it, then it's gonna be hanging. And I remember when I first put Havilah in this, she was biting the string, she was pulling it and stretching it. But I had her in it from when she was 9 months, I think, 9 or 10 months, and I ordered 12 to 18. I ordered all of the clothes from H&M 12 to 18. So, you know, it's okay, she'll grow into it, but just keep that in mind. You know, all the brands are going to be different. If you just shop somewhere like Target or Walmart or Old Navy, you'd probably get it true to size. But I find that those brands, I mean, baby can be in it for a long time if you do order it in the size that they are in right now. So that's good too. We need to move on because I'm spending so much time on the clothes because it's the most exciting part, honestly. Okay, honorable mention here. This is from the brand The Modern Burlap. So these are sleepers. She doesn't even wear sleepers anymore, honestly. I sized up with these. These are actually, I think, 18 to 24. 18 to 24 months. So she ain't gonna be in these for quite some time. But I wanted to mention them and say that it's an honorable mention because I have a discount code with them. They're a Christian company. They make obviously cute baby clothes. The thing I like about them is they get the tones right. They have solid neutral colors. They got black, they got white. I don't know, that's just my vibe, you know, that's just where I'm at right now with my vibe and with my color story. I love the sand color and then this cream off-white color. They're a Christian family-owned company and they make beautiful baby clothes, swaddles, blankets. I think they have even mugs and all these different accessories and stuff. Swaddles with, or blankets with like the world map on it, and they have swaddles with scriptures on it, and then they have just designs that you wouldn't normally find anywhere else, and that's what I like. So check them out. Yeah, and then Zara, of course, I shop from Zara, but that's not all the time. You see how long this is becoming? This is just one, this is just one category, you guys. Not even one category, one subcategory. And I need to move on. Oh my gosh. Oh, burp cloths. This one's gonna be fast, I think. So the only ones that I'd recommend are these right here. This is from the brand Aiden and Anais. Aiden and Anais. You can find them in Walmart. No, I don't know if you can find them in Walmart. We got ours at Target. The cool thing about this is, you see how it's curved? I don't know. That just makes a big difference for me rather than that blocky triangular ones that they sell, which is fine. They sell those in a pack, but these also come in a pack. They come in a pack of 2 or 3, I believe. They sit so nice. You see that? That's just nice. It goes pretty far back too. They have designs on both sides. I love these burp cloths. The cool thing also about them is they have this button here. This is the part about it though that I really like. You see this button here? So you clasp it together around baby. You put it around baby's neck and it becomes a bib. Are you kidding? Oh, this is so cute. So, what do you call that? Not inventory. Innovative. Very innovative. Just wrap this around baby and it becomes a bib. I think that's just 100% right there. 100%. Okay, like a versatile thing that you can use as a bib, as a burp cloth. I love that. Aiden and Anais all the way. And then of course we're going to go into bibs. So I would just stick with that for bibs and burp cloths. So I had to pick up some, or I thought I had to pick up some, and it was a complete waste of money. Okay, but they are cute. So these are the bibs from H&M. I bought them in a pack of, I think 5 or 6, or I'm not sure. Used one of them once. Never use them again. It's inevitable. Your baby is gonna drool. Your baby is gonna start teething. Your baby's eating. It happens, okay? Let them drool. Let them go. This is why I'm recommending this one, because it's just 2-in-1. It's a little bit bulkier. It's a little bigger, but I mean, it gets the job done for the time, and I think it's way worth your money to get these rather than these little things. I mean, they're cute, you know, you could match them with an outfit, but it's not a necessity. That's what I'm gonna say. It's not a necessity. Swaddles. I forgot to mention this brand as a favorite, but Spearmint Love, the Baby Cubby, there's a bunch of online stores that I love, you know, and I've shopped from and I still shop from. Also because a lot of them offer Afterpay and Klarna, so, you know, I take advantage of that. Of course I do. No shame in that, honey. Majority of the swaddles I bought were from Spearmint Love. Again, they have one-of-a-kind swaddles that you will not see anyone else with. I don't know why that's a thing with me. I don't. I apologize for it if it seems vain or if it seems like, hi, maka maka. I'm not trying to be like that. I just like one-of-a-kind stuff, you know? So the first one is this beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love this swaddle so much. It was the one that we bought Havila back in from the hospital. This is something that I will keep forever, and she still uses from time to time as a blanket. I just, you know what I'm saying? Like this print, this material, it has little honeybees, and I don't know what this flower is, but it's gorgeous and it's massive, dude. It's like, you know, swaddles are just, I love swaddles. Unfortunately, I could only, you know, they're only in it for a short time. My gosh, it just smells like yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's gorgeous. You can't tell me that it's not. You get a good use out of them. I love them. They're soft. The material is like a muslin. And then we also have this solid colored plum. Again, not gonna find anybody else with this, okay? Obsessed. Okay, wipes and diaper warmer. Okay, wipes, we use the fragrance-free Target. Fragrance-free Target wipes right here. And then diaper warmer. Okay, I put this specifically in here to let you know that, you know, unfortunately with products, you're not gonna know how you like them until you buy them yourself and use them yourself, okay? I can sit here for hours on end and tell you till I'm blue in the face how much something might have worked for me. You buy it and it doesn't work for you. This specific product, I'm telling you right now, you ain't gonna need it, okay? It's a diaper warmer. I don't know why I'm so aggressive about this one specific thing. The one that we have was one from Target. It has the two clasps on the side, and then it has the part where you open, and then it has the part where you can open the whole thing. Now, when you go to pull out a wipe, the clasps on the side are so flimsy. Sometimes the wipe will get stuck when you're pulling it out. One of the side clasps will get loose, and if it gets loose, even like for a second, it's off. I mean, once you pull out another wipe, the whole thing is gonna come off and it's gonna open. You know, it's just kind of a hassle. And I'm only talking about this because this is more of a necessity when they're a newborn, because right now she loves the cold wipes. You know, it feels good on their muddy area. Honey, these are the best diaper warmers that you are gonna have. Okay, I'm just talking about like them rubbing it in your hands for 2 seconds. It's warm. Okay, look, it's still warm. Honestly, when we would take it out of the diaper warmer, as soon as it was exposed to cold air or cool air, it got cold. Honestly, I just bought it for peace of mind. I bought it because I was influenced. I bought it because, you know, the feeling or the thought of my newborn baby with a warm wipe on their muddy area would be nice and soothing and maybe calming. Not a must-have, not a necessity. Don't plan on keeping it around for baby number 2. Some baby accessories, just quickly I wanted to mention. I love these bows with these nylon headbands. Minimal detail. This one was from Spearmint Love. I love these head wrap, like beanie kind bows that they have. This one was from Target. I think these are a little bit more comfortable rather than those huge, like these huge bows on their babies. I'm just thinking, dang, I want to see their forehead after the bow comes off. That's what I want to know. Because even with these, it like makes a little indent, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I can't imagine with these huge bows on their head like that. Good night. But that's one of the reasons why I like these better. It's because thinner material, I guess. That is the end of the first category, clothing and diapering. All right, y'all, we're going into category number 2, which here I have traveling. We'll just start with the banger. We'll come out head first with the stroller that we use, which is the Duna car seat. We got it in the color gray. The Duna is basically a hybrid car seat and stroller in one. $500 investment, and it was the best investment we have ever made. Out of everything that we've ever bought for her, the Duna car seat, number 1, top of the list. Not only is it because of its function that it's at the top of the list, but there was also a testimony miracle of how we even got the money to buy the stroller. Because listen, we were in the middle of a pandemic, honey. I was on maternity leave. My husband was in between jobs. I don't even remember what season we were in, but it was a rough one, to say the least. It was actually a prayer answered. We had the money for it. We had to give it, and then God returned it twofold. It was a miracle. It was a miracle. We love it. There are some cons, so I guess we'll start with the cons first and foremost. Obviously is the cost. I told you guys there was a miracle that happened, huge miracle of a return of money that I was directed from the Lord. My husband had peace about it too, and he said he agreed. We gave the gift. It was an offering. It was above the tithe. God returned it, and in record time. I was about to have a baby, and I still didn't even have a car seat. I was kind of freaking out. Of course, you can't even leave the hospital without one, and I had my heart set on this one. This is the one that I wanted. That's the beautiful thing about God. He cares about you even down to the detail, down to a car seat, if you're obedient enough to do what he asks of you. And I'm not saying it happened for me every single time after that or every single time before that. This meant a lot for me because it was for someone outside of myself. It wasn't just for me. It was for my baby. I love that he cared about me enough for us to be able to afford something like that. Crazy to be living off of one income and unemployment that wasn't even coming in, and during a pandemic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Glory to God. Thank you. Okay, second con. It is low to the ground. I am 5'9". I think my husband is 5'10". So we're pretty tall, but we push it comfortably. But it's the thing about it's bending over and then trying, to care for baby that way. It's a little bit more challenging. We bought ours from Nordstrom, and we had to go pick it up at Aloha. And then when we opened it, I was like, oh, I was kind of surprised at how low it was. That's not much of an issue really in the beginning, when they're just newborn. But as they get older and they become more aware of their surroundings, and then they're hungry, and then they're crying. So what we had to do was actually make it into a car seat and just put it into a wagon. And we would only do that if we had to go on like a pretty long, extensive shopping run. Target, Costco. This is another thing. I know a particular mom on YouTube who is like petite, and she's so tiny and skinny. She said, I just carry my baby. I put her in a sling and I put her in a carrier, and I just love taking them out of the car seat and then putting them in girl, that was just not where I was. Okay, it was in the middle of a pandemic. Carrying was just not my thing. I think you'll just find that out for yourself. I'm a little curvier. I have rolls. I just didn't have time for that. It was in the middle of a pandemic. I just did not have time. I needed to get from point A to point B, get my baby out of the store and back home. So having the Doona was the perfect solution for that. That's why it was just like heaven sent, honestly. Last and final con is storage. There no storage. There's nothing on the bottom. There is, the handle part where you can push. The very first baby bag that we used from Amazon, it has a little clasp here that can go around the handles because it's a backpack, and it also has handles where you can carry, and you can wrap that strap around the handles and around the handle of a car seat or a wagon, and then you can button it and then it'll hang. But if you overpack your baby diaper bag like I did, the Doona is gonna fall, and it's heavy, and it's, you gotta keep that in mind. And on the subject of diaper bags, honey, you do not need to be bringing half of the store in with you, okay? What I would do is I would get a smaller, like a pouch, just something small where you can put like maybe 2 or 3 diapers. Depending on the length of the store run, 1 diaper, you're good to go. A small pack of wipes, something, I know it's kind of a hassle to bring like something big like this. A couple wipes in a Ziploc bag or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to be bringing in your whole house with you into the store. If I could go back and tell myself that, I would. Because I was over here bringing like 4 or 5 toys, 10 diapers, and then a whole pack of wipes. What is going on? Maybe if you're going on a weekend getaway or something, but not into Walmart, honey. Think small because they're small. That's a good tip. Think small because they're small. Wipe holder. Yes, it is. Okay. The one and only wipe holder that we have is from the brand OXO. I love OXO, love it as a brand. This particular, I don't know if it was a bad batch that it was in. Again, like the diaper warmer, I'm gonna talk about it because this is something that honestly you do not need. There's the part where you open and you can pull a wipe out one at a time, how it's supposed to function. And then it has the part where there's a clasp and you can open the whole thing to refill. This part, did not close. I don't know why. I should have just returned it. But what I ended up doing, I remember I showed it in one of the vlogs, okay? I ended up taping the thing. It was stupid. It was so dumb. Maybe if you have one around the house already that's kind of used, like halfway done so it's not as bulky and heavy. Boom. Bada bing. So that was it for the Duna, guys. That was pretty good. I did that pretty fast. We had 3 carriers. I returned 1. I guess we'll talk about the one that I returned. So the one that we returned was the Moby brand. It is those long, obnoxious wraps that I just didn't have the patience to figure it out. I didn't want to figure it out, honestly. I mean, it looked cute. It looked comfortable. But as soon as it came out of the box, and it was from like one wall to the other. Return it. I should wrap it up, take it back to the store. I am not gonna figure this out. Again, with the whole baby wearing, I am pretty, I don't want to say I'm insecure about it. It's just not for me. Maybe we'll try again second baby, but for Havilah, you know, I wish I carried her more. I wish I tried harder. But then again, I could say that about breastfeeding. And honestly, we're not gonna go there. Well, maybe we will for the feeding category, which is coming up next, so hold on tight. Yeah, it just wasn't for me. And the fact that we hardly even use our carriers now. So the first one I'm gonna mention, my beloved. I love this brand, okay? I love this brand so much. It's just, they make top of the line, aesthetically pleasing type of looking things and baby stuff. And they got carriers, they got playpens. They even have those like baby rocker things. They even got a high chair. They got it all. They make strollers, they make car seats. They're the bomb. Nuna, okay? First word that comes to mind when you see this carrier, leave it down in the comments. I wanna know. Right here. Okay, first word that comes to my mind, bulky, okay? Like she thick. I mean, she got all the straps, okay? It's a lot of hardware. It's a lot of hardware, but it is comfortable. It really is comfortable. And the one thing that I love about it too is that the part that goes around your waist, it's Velcro. So it has a buckle right here to go at the back. Okay, so this goes around like so. I'll take this off so I can put it on easily. But that has to clasp, okay, when you put baby in it. The Velcro part goes around this part like this. See how fast that was? And then this clasp here to this clasp, listen for the click. Done. So easy. One more time. Done. And baby is fully secure. This part actually can fold down once they get older and are able to hold their head up themselves. But when they're newborn, of course, this part has to stay up. This is the part where it Velcros. Done. See how fast that was? This part here, once baby is inside, is another clasp that will secure and click right there. You see how easy that was? And then when you're done, you just click, come off, click, come off. It really is top of the line, okay? I love this thing. But, you know, it's a lot, okay? I don't know if you'd be carrying this around all over your house all the time. It doesn't store nicely. You're gonna have to hang it. Just because I want it out of the way and it's just a lot to look at when it's downstairs, I just have it upstairs right now. Yeah, we hardly use it. I would recommend this for longer walks because it is very comfortable, especially when you go on longer walks. Or, you know, if you're carrying baby for a longer period of time. There's a lot more detail to it. It served us well. It could still serve us. I mean, she can still sit in this. It can hold kids up to maybe like 4 or 5 years old, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, it's not like we're done using it. It's just we're not using it right now. It comes with a bag. It comes with a set of instructions, a book. This is the book, and then it comes, what is those parts in there? Oh, this is for the, this would go like this. So when baby starts biting, then it can bite down on this thing that you can take off and wash and then put back on. Comes with 2 of them. Okay, now was that it for the Nuna? Yeah, kind of bulky to wear and store. Obviously pricier. I think that one was like $100 or so bucks, 120 bucks. Connie Baby. Bought this one maybe 2 or 3 months ago. I would give it I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Only because, but first I will say this. They do make sizes up to 4X. I don't know if they really hit the mark on that though. I appreciate that they made sizes up to 4X, but this is a Korean brand. I don't know what Korean, I have never seen a Korean above a size XX small, okay? But if there are, hey, hello. I don't know, I don't mean that to be offensive. Considering that it's made in Korea for Koreans, I think, you know, maybe it's still on like the smaller side. I don't know if they really fully thought of like the concept of this particular carrier for plus size curvier people, you know? I did get mine in the size 3X. I got the summer carrier in the color beige. Being that it is a Korean brand, it took a while to get here because it legit came from Korea. I don't know if I'd recommend this for longer periods of time. Okay, so if you're just around the house, great. Not if you're walking around Costco for an hour and a half, okay? No. That I would recommend the Nuna. Putting this one on, it takes some practice. It gets easier, I think, with time. But we do keep this one in the car for when we do have quick runs into the store. Baby does grow into it. You know, it'll stretch with time as baby gets bigger. So you just want to get the size that you can fit in that is most comfortable for you. I usually like my things loose, so I got a 3X. I can fit into like an extra large or a 2X, but I'm more comfortable with it being a 3X. Plus, she was 9 months when I bought this, so she was bigger. Considering that, I thought maybe getting a size bigger, like a 3X, even if it wasn't my true, you know, shirt size, she fits comfortably. You know, I've worn her in it a couple times. We keep it in the car, like I said, but it does take some practice. So it comes with that one piece that goes over the shoulder, and then it kind of like, it's like a web at the center of your back. You have to wear it a certain way specifically and have baby sit in it, of course, for proper spine or hip alignment. So double check that for any and all carriers that you wear. It comes with the 2-piece, the web part, that's the actual carrier itself, and then it comes with a wrap that goes around baby's back and ties in the back. So it's fairly easy, you know, to store. It's very easy to store because of the material. I mean, you can fold it and it becomes like this little pillow. As for support, yeah, I give that a 7 out of 10. That second wrap, the one that goes around, that second piece, because I'm curvier, again, it's not the most ideal because it runs and it sits. Baby's getting bigger and she's starting to move around a lot more and she's wanting to look around. It doesn't always stay still. There's 2 styles. There's the summer and the original. It's easy once you get the hang of it. It's fast to put on. Baby is asleep, but I forgot to mention one more item in our traveling category. I've shown this on my Instagram before, but it is basically a baby folding chair. It comes with a pocket in the back. We have our remote in here and then it folds up like a regular folding chair, and then it also comes with a tray table that you can slide here and then straps to keep baby buckled in. We keep it on the sink here so that baby doesn't have to sit on the cold vanity area, and she's much more comfortable in it. Watches me while I brush my teeth, tries to brush her teeth, and then of course when we get to the beach she can sit in it too. And last but not least, for the traveling category is our diaper bag. So like I mentioned before, we bought ours off of Amazon. It was a gray backpack, handles on the top, and then it's a backpack. We're not using it though anymore right now because I just wanted something different. But it was a great purchase. It has insulated pockets for the bottle, you know, to keep baby's bottle warm, cold, and then it has like a deep pocket on the inside, like the part where you open at the top. It comes with a mat for baby to lay down on for diaper changes. You know, it has all the bells and whistles that a diaper bag would have, but I was just wanting something different. And I went from something like a solid colored, gray colored diaper bag to a flowery, floral, colorful Vera Bradley bag that actually isn't even marketed as a diaper bag, but we make it to be one. So we're using that one right now and we love it. All right, guys, last and final category, probably the most important, probably the one that maybe I should have started with, feeding. But for this one, we're gonna go into the kitchen because I need a change of scenery, honey. So let's go. All right, y'all, we're in the kitchen. So since I'm right here, I'm gonna point to it. Stocky high chair, since I'm right here. I talked way more in depth about it in a previous video. I'll put it in a card link right somewhere up here. It's a bit more of a challenge for her to sit in it right now because she wants to be free. I think it'll come more in hand when she becomes toddler age and she can sit in the actual chair itself without the whole trapeze and the straps. You know, from time to time she sits in it, but for the most part we just feed her on our lap, in our lap. Check out that video. I go way more into detail about it there. let's just talk about it right now and get it out of the way, because this one is probably the most notes I have on. I mean, under the high chair, the Brezza was probably the next most expensive thing. So we'll just talk about that next. So this is the baby Brezza, like a baby Keurig. What it does is it measures out the formula and the water equally, or supposedly. That's actually one of the concerns that I saw of parents online or on different blogs, that it wasn't measuring out the formula correctly. The formula water ratio was off. It would distribute more water than it would formula, and that's not okay. It's supposed, you want the formula, right? But I didn't discover that till maybe a month or so ago. Until then, you know, it was working fine for her. There's a lot of different parts to clean. So there's this whole part right here, and there are 4 pieces within this part that needs to be cleaned and soaked and sanitized, you know, from time to time. This part, even the white lid, this part comes off, and then all in there, all those orange pieces comes out, and you gotta clean all of that. Plus this bowl. If you're wondering why this is empty, oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, okay. There's another part that you have to clean. No, okay. So this is another 2-piece part that you actually have to clean. You actually have to clean it after every 3 or 4 bottles, which, you know, isn't like a big deal, but especially when baby is smaller, you're gonna need bottles left and right. Having to clean it every 3 or 4 bottles, you know, kind of an inconvenience. We didn't have this from when she was newborn. We only bought this when it was Christmas. So she was 6-7 months old. So we didn't start using this till way later. It did save us a lot of time making the bottles, but just the fact that you gotta get this clean every 3 bottles, you know, it's okay. Again, it's not a big deal. And it's not just these 2 parts. You actually have to clean underneath this hole here. It's a whole debacle. You gotta clean so many different parts. And then this is where the water goes in, and this too has to get cleaned once in a while. You know, you don't want to just keep pouring water in here. Oh, the water's on. So this is the part underneath here that you have to wipe and clean too, because the formula collects, it builds up, be on top of it, cleaning all the time. And if it's not cleaned properly, the machine will tell you that it's not cleaned properly, because you ain't gonna get any milk until you clean it properly. This part too, okay, this is a nuisance. You have to slide this on a piece of the machine, and then it just sits there. But you know, if you got a 7-ounce bottle, it's a little flimsy. I didn't realize it was this flimsy until my bottle fell and poured all over the place. Wouldn't recommend using this. Depending on the bottle that you use, you're gonna have to move it either up or down. So you're gonna move this further up if you have a shorter bottle, or move it down if you have a longer one. It's a lot. It's a lot. That's all the parts you gotta clean. It's a pretty big deal for this whole thing. Okay. So for formula, this is the one that we're using. It's the Similac Advanced. The one that we were using before, Enfamil Pro Sensitive. But we moved to this one because Wick covers it, so. On to bottoms. Okay, so I actually grabbed this whole contraption here. Remember that wipe holder that I was talking about from the brand OXO? This bottle rack thing is also from OXO. Very convenient. Can only fit so much on here, which is unfortunate. Not so much storage, because the other bottles that we have, like our sippy cup, we store in the cupboards there. So I could probably use another one. It can't really hold that much compared to the other one that we have. Way less space. Flush up against your backlash or backwash, whatever the heck that's called in the kitchen. So it's sleek, nice, you know, out of the way. Has this part up here that you can take out to wash, and then also on the bottom here that can come out too. This is from OXO, kind of got it from Amazon, but I think Target has them too. So the bottles that we first used were the Dr. Brown's bottles. It's obviously made by doctor, pediatrician, great. The maintenance on those things, whew, I mean, you had at least 5 or 6 different pieces just for a bottle. The concern was the fast flow nipples, the slow flow nipples or whatever, but eventually we just transitioned to the Komotomo bottles right here. Game changer, man. I mean, they're more pricier. They're a lot pricier, but I mean, this is it right here. The 3 pieces, the bottle, the handle that the nipple goes in, and then the nipple itself. Easy, 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 easy. The fact that the numbering is clear, so you can't, you know, a little bit more difficult to see if you're doing or making a bottle manually. But thankfully, because the Brezza measures out the bottles to the right amount, then you don't have to really eyeball it or anything, but that's just something to keep in mind. Pretty easy to clean. clean. Just gotta make sure that you get around these little areas and also in these little air sockets or air pockets. You gotta make sure you clean in there too. All right, so that's for the baby bottles. Now on to like utensils. I recently ordered her a baby first food sets from the brand Easy Peasy. We have, you know, other spoons and forks from like Target brands and stuff, but they're not specifically made for babies to be able to feed themselves. So for like these spoons here, okay, this is great for an adult to use. Like we can use these, right? But for babies, not so much. If you want to look into baby led weaning, then the Easy Peasy spoon utensils and fork utensils are the way to go. Because of the way that they're shaped, they're easy to hold. This is perfect for their tiny little hands. And then there's something about the spoon part too that's appropriate for their mouth size, so that baby can easily, you know, feed themselves. So right now she's still learning how to use the spoons. They also have a fork set, and then they have the cups. So this is the first cup, the open mouth cup, and then this big one is actually for the straw. Really good material, dishwasher safe. This is actually recommended for them to use like 1 years old, 2 years old. She's already used to drinking out of a straw. We figured we'd pick that one up just to get her accustomed to it, and she's doing really well, so that's good. I didn't mention their little bowl here. This is the suction type where, you know, they can't move it once it's on the plate or once it's on the counter. The bowl here, this one measures 5 ounces, and then they also have like the 3-part, the smiley face plate, which is really cute. I want to pick one of those up later, a little bit later when she gets older, but for now I think this is like so cute. So many different colors. And again, I'll just leave links to as much as I can in the description down below. Never really used these, but I thought it'd be cute. She kind of didn't really get the concept of this because I was already giving her like the whole fruit by itself. So I think she was just so used to getting the fruit itself that she's like, what the heck am I supposed to do with this? So skipped that. Oh my gosh, I can't forget to mention this. This is like honorable mention right here. First and foremost, I should have talked about this, are these formula. Well, you can use it for anything like fruits and stuff, cereal, whatever, but this for formula, game changer. It's a 3-piece, the cover, the spout, and then the container. You measure out your formula, put it in the container, pop on the lid. This goes right into the bottle, shake that out, done. Now you add in all of these separate containers. Okay, this is the way to go. I guess this would be a little bit more work than just like the ones like the bowl type, but those only have like 3 or 4 at a kind, right? This one you can put as many as you need, maybe like a weekend or something, or like a longer day, and you need more than the 4 pockets of formula. And then, you know, as baby grows, this can hold up to 6 ounces, 7 ounces of formula in one container. I've just found these so much more convenient. Well, I guess it's a little biased because I've never used the other bowl type container before. Actually better to store because it stands upright, and then it's, you know, easy to grab to out of the bag. But it comes with all of this. See, I already have one here ready to go for her. Take up the cap, bam, and then put it back on and you're done. When this one is empty, then you just switch the container, twist, put it, you know, do the whole thing. Definitely recommend 100%. I grabbed a couple of the snacks that she's been enjoying. Teeter crackers, this whole brand right here, the Happy Baby brand, she loves it. Happy Baby Organic. These are the Go-Go Squeeze Organic pouches, applesauce pouches. These are yum. Okay, we tried the ones from Kirkland. I prefer this brand a lot more. I don't know, it just tastes yummier than the Kirkland one. So bibs, almost forgot to mention bibs. So I talked about the one from Aiden and Anais, just for like regular feedings. I picked up these from Carter's. This came in a set for like 10 bucks, I think. These are good. Definitely recommend the silicone ones, the ones with the pockets. They have 4 buttons back here so that you can adjust. Comes in handy. Okay, doesn't catch everything, but does the job. Sometimes I don't even put the silicone bib on. I just let her eat, let her do her thing, make a mess, have fun. And then last but certainly not least, I've mentioned this again on my IG, on my Instagram, but this is the Cuisine Art food chopper. Picked this one up from Target. Literally will just chop up anything and everything, especially if even like if you're eating something and you know it's appropriate enough for them to eat, then you can go to town, chop it up. It's great for like pasta, noodles. She loves noodles, chicken, you know, just to chop it up small enough for them to grab and eat themselves. It's great. Great, great, great. 100% recommend. We have these sippy cups here that my mom brought her. Great to use, love the handles. A little bit difficult to clean, still good. Oh, and then the bumbo seat. The bumbo seat is like the floor seat, so you're actually supposed to keep it on the floor, but I see parents with it on counters and all that kind of stuff, chairs. There's different versions of the bumbo seat. We have the most basic one, I guess, or the original. I don't even think you can add the tray onto the one that we have, but we have it in gray. I'll put pictures up so you can see. She sat in it for the beginning months of her learning how to sit up on her own. Fed her in it multiple times. Love it. Great purchase. Great thing to have around when baby's first learning how to sit up. All right, guys, I think that's the end for the feeding category. I swear to God, if I missed something, I don't think so, because I pretty much tore up this kitchen for everything that we have, that we use for her, I think. Yes, yeah, just about. All right, y'all, that is it, okay? Whew. That is it for part 1 of first year baby must-haves.